The first time anyone saw the confession, it felt like the end. The video was grainy, slightly overexposed, the kind of footage that looks like it was never meant to be seen by the public. A single camera sat on a metal tripod in an interrogation room painted a tired shade of gray. Fluorescent lights hummed overhead. A man sat alone at a table, hands folded, eyes hollow. His name was Ethan Cole, and he was confessing to murder. His voice was calm, too calm. No shaking, no tears, just words, delivered slowly, deliberately, like he had practiced them. "I did it," he said, looking straight into the camera. "I killed her, and I accept responsibility." When the video leaked online, it exploded. News stations replayed it on a loop. Commentators called it open and shut. Social media declared the case solved within hours. Viewers praised the police for their efficiency. The victim's family, exhausted from weeks of uncertainty, believed they finally had answers. But what no one could realize at the time, was that the confession wasn't the truth. It was a door, and once it opened, nothing behind it could ever be unseen. Lena Harper was 27 years old when she disappeared. She worked as a paralegal at a small law firm in Cedar Falls, a quiet Midwestern city where crime rarely made headlines. Lena was known for being organized, reliable, almost obsessively careful. She called her mother every night. She locked her doors. She avoided shortcuts. So when Lena didn't show up for work on a Monday morning, her co-workers were concerned, but not alarmed. By Monday night, concern turned into panic. Her car was found parked neatly outside her apartment. Her phone was inside, charging. Her purse sat on the kitchen counter. There were no signs of forced entry. No struggle. No note. It was as if Lena had simply stepped out and vanished. The missing persons case drew immediate attention. Volunteers searched parks, rivers, wooded areas. Flyers went up on every telephone pole. For days, there were no leads, until the body was found. 3 miles outside town, in a shallow ravine off a service road rarely used by anyone except maintenance crews, searchers discovered Lena's remains. She had been wrapped in a plastic tarp, weighted down with concrete blocks. The medical examiner ruled it a homicide. Cause of death, strangulation. Time of death, approximately 48 hours after she was last seen alive. The city of Cedar Falls had never seen anything like it, and the pressure on law enforcement was immense. Ethan Cole lived 2 buildings away from Lena. He was 34, unemployed at the time, with a history that made him easy to notice and easier to fear. A decade earlier, he had been arrested for assault during a bar fight. The charges were later dropped, but the record remained. Neighbors described him as quiet, odd, kept to himself. And most importantly, surveillance footage showed Ethan entering Lena's apartment building the night she disappeared. That clip, grainy, time-stamped 9:17 p.m., became the foundation of the case. Police questioned him the next day. At first, Ethan denied everything. He said he'd been visiting a friend in the building. He said he barely knew Lena. He said he went home afterward and spent the night alone. But investigators weren't convinced. They brought him in again. And again, hours turned into days. Then, on the 5th interrogation, Ethan asked for a camera. "I want to make a statement," he said. That was when he confessed. The video was 18 minutes long. Ethan described meeting Lena in the hallway. An argument, anger, a moment he claimed got out of control. He said he strangled her, panicked, and disposed of her body alone. He didn't cry. He didn't hesitate. He ended the confession with a sentence that chilled everyone who heard it. "She didn't deserve it, but I did it." The case closed overnight. The district attorney announced charges within hours. The media praised the transparency of a recorded confession. The public demanded a swift trial. Lena's family, shattered but relieved, began planning a funeral without questions. Because who questions a man who admits guilt on camera? But one person did. Her name was Detective Marisol Vega. And from the moment she watched the video, something felt wrong. Detective Vega had been with the department for 17 years. She had seen real confessions, one soaked in remorse, rage, fear, or relief. This wasn't one of them. Ethan's confession was clean, Too structured, too neat, almost detached. More troubling were the details he didn't give. He couldn't describe Lena's apartment layout correctly. He didn't know which hand he used. He misidentified the type of tarp used to wrap the body. Small things. Things most people would miss. But not Vega. When she reviewed the interrogation logs, another red flag emerged. Ethan had been questioned for nearly 11 hours straight before confession. Minimal breaks. No lawyer present. And then there was the medical examiner's report. Strangulation usually leaves defensive wounds. Bruising. Torn skin. Lena had none. Instead, the examiner noted something unusual. Faint needle marks along her arm. Too subtle to draw attention, unless someone was looking for them. Vega was. She requested toxicology results. What came back changed everything. Lena's system contained a powerful sedative, one not commonly prescribed. She had been unconscious when she died. That meant she couldn't have fought back, which meant Ethan's story didn't align with the evidence. When Vega raised concerns, she was told to drop it. "We have a confession," her captain said. "We have video. We have closure." But Vega didn't stop. She went back to Lena's phone records. One call stood out, a number saved under first name only, Mark. The call lasted 4 minutes. It happened an hour before Lena disappeared. Vega traced the number. It belonged to Mark Holloway. And Mark Holloway was not just anyone. He was a senior partner at the law firm where Lena worked. Mark Holloway was respected, wealthy, and untouchable. He had a spotless reputation and decades of influence in Cedar Falls. Married, 2 children, active in local politics. When questioned, he calmly explained the call. "Work-related," he said. "Lena was assisting me on a case." He had an alibi, a fundraiser, dozens of witnesses. And unlike Ethan, Mark never set off alarms. But Vega dug deeper. She found internal emails Lena had sent to herself. Drafts never forwarded. Notes documenting irregularities in one of the firm's largest cases. Financial discrepancies. Payments that didn't add up. Lena had been preparing to report something. Something serious. Vega subpoenaed Mark's medical records. And there it was. A prescription for the same sedative found in Lena's system. When Ethan was re-interviewed, this time with a lawyer present, he broke. He sobbed. He said he didn't kill Lena. He said he was threatened. During the original interrogations, investigators had implied that if he didn't confess, the real killer would come after him. They suggested the case would never end, that he would be blamed regardless. And then something worse. Ethan claimed someone had visited him in the holding cell. A man in a suit. A man who said, "This will all go away if you just tell them what they want to hear." No names. No proof. Just fear. Ethan confessed to save himself and to protect his family. Further investigation revealed the truth. Lena had discovered financial fraud within the firm. Millions being siphoned through shell accounts. She had confronted Mark. The sedative was meant to knock her out, so he could talk sense into her. But something went wrong. She never woke up. Mark Holloway uses influence to shift suspicion. Ethan was chosen because he was vulnerable, isolated, and already labeled dangerous. The confession wasn't justice. It was a distraction. Mark was arrested months later after federal investigators got involved. The case went far beyond Lena's murder. Corruption, cover-ups, silence threats. Ethan was released, but freedom didn't heal him. He had confessed to a murder he didn't commit on camera for the world to see. That video never disappeared. Lena Harper's family sued the department. The city settled quietly. Detective Vega resigned. Mark Holloway died in prison before trial. And Ethan? He moved away, changed his name. But those 18 minutes followed him everywhere. Because a confession wasn't just a lie. It was a reminder that sometimes the scariest thing isn't a killer who refuses to talk. It's a man who confesses and tells you exactly what you want to hear. Because the truth is far worse